Pranam everybody. Today we bow down to the most fierce form of Navadurga, the Kalratri. Kalratri energy is reflected by the Graha, the astrological planet Rahu. We've talked about the origin of Rahu in the story of Samudra Manthan. We saw how the Asura Rahu Ketu kind of thought that something fishy was going on and maybe they were not going to get the nectar after all. So, this Asura, who was a master of illusion, he disguised himself as a deva and he sat with them to drink the nectar. And the sun and moon, they spotted him, and Vishnu beheaded him, with the head becoming Rahu and the body becoming Ketu. So you can see how Rahu is associated with disguise and deception and illusion. And Rahu is also very unconventional. He was not like the other gods. The other Asura, sorry. He was like, oh, wait. He was not so smitten by Mohini that he didn't realize what was happening. He was like, wait. So Rahu is the head. And if you think about it, 4 out of our 5 sense organs are in the head. So, and all the senses are really pleasure seeking. So eyes, literally want to see beautiful things mostly. The ears want to hear some flattery, praises. The tongue wants to indulge in food. Now, let's say if you only have the head and the tongue, you can eat. But if you don't have a belly, can food ever be digested? Can you ever get that fully satisfied? When your belly feels heavy and you feel content and satisfied, you experience that fullness. Even food is called Annapurna, the completion of food, the fullness of food. And you cannot experience it unless you have a body. So, what do? You keep devouring more and more and more and more. You can never get enough. And that is the Rahu energy. Rahu energy is like Rakta Bija. One drop falls, another Rakta Bija. One drop from Rakta Bija will fall, and another whole new Rakta Bija will be created. That is the thing about our desire, is that we desire something and we get a little bit about it, and then from that one desire, two desires are born. We want it even more. So this is the essence, the rasa of Rahu. So you know I was looking at some astrologers videos, and I heard that even Durvasa grass is associated with Rahu, because if you pick a Durvasa grass, immediately another one grows. And if it's, and we usually place it on the head of Ganpati. So that grass, the Durvasa grass, is actually also associated with Rahu, because it renews itself, it replenishes itself, it grows so quickly. And we know that, Ganesha's story. Like Ketu, he has also been headless. So placing the Durvasa on Ganesha is literally like balancing the energy. So this will give you an idea on what is the Shakti of Kalratri. Kal means time and Ratri means night. And Shakti devours not just food or pleasurable things, but she devours everything, every matter and time itself. It is said that at the end of time, Mahakal Ratri devours the whole cosmos. And then finally, Kal Ratri meets the Mahakal, Shiva himself, merges, and that is the end. That is the end of that cycle. Now, time has actually, it has a very particular characteristic in our world. It's supposed to be, very linear. But Einstein postulated that there might be different dimensions of time and different characteristics of time in different universes. Um, and again, this is, this kind of diversity is also a Rahu thing, where and for example, time is also considered to be an illusion in Hindu scriptures. It is Maya, and again, that is what Rahu is. There are so many versions of looking at the same time. Westerners believe time is linear. Hinduism, we've seen that yugas are spiral. So that is again a Rahu thing. Kalratri's vehicle is a donkey, and when I look at it, I think the donkey is known for its stubbornness. And people influenced by Rahu, once they're consumed by their desire, they remain in this illusion that they are right and on the right path till the very, very end. When I think of all these Ponzi schemes, again, that is Rahu. People, people get so driven by greed that even if there is uh, you know, e- even if they are presented with all the facts, or greed, or maybe, maybe ignorance, but even if they're presented with all the facts, they kind of think that, they'll be still able to make money. So, again, I would say that is a Rahu thing. And yeah, even if they discover they are wrong, they will not let go of that until the very last moment. In tarot, it reminds me of the tower card. The lightning has struck the tower, and yet people are, you know, they are leaving at the very last moment. They wait instead of just, the moment, instead of seeing that tower for what it is. Uh, that tower is really built of illusions. There is one Rahu example that comes to me. When I was doing my uh, PhD, there was this particular candidate who was extremely great. He was extremely well qualified, and on the day of his prelims, PhD prelims, he had to come up with the original idea, and he came up with this wonderful, very elegant reaction for making a certain compound, and it was like just spectacular. Everyone was dumbfounded. And there was this little compound in the reactant, one of the compounds. It was a very small compound, and one of the advisors said that, "Hey, this is this compound available?" And everyone thought it was such an odd question because this compound looked so simple. I mean, of course, it would have been made. And then when he checked with every single company, and this compound, it just wouldn't exist in nature. It and That's just how it was, and his entire thesis came crumbling down. So that's like how your tower crumbles. And the sooner you realize and let go, the better off you are. There are two incidents of Mahabharata that also show what is Kalratri, what is Rahu. So it said that on the last day of battle, uh, when it was night and the battle ended, Ashwathama, the son of Drona, wanted to take revenge. And so he actually employs this very deceitful means where when everyone is sleeping, he goes to the enemy camp and he starts butchering people. And if people flee, he has two other people who actually butcher people as they are fleeing. So this is again a very Rahu thing, and actually in Mahabharata In one of the versions, it says that Kalratri appeared at that time because that whole situation was about the cruelty of war, the deceit in war, death all around. So that again represents Kalratri. There is this another thing that comes to me mind is that after this, Ashwatthama released the Brahmastra. He took a blade of grass, and he made it into. He recited the Brahmastra and he threw it, and Arjuna did the same. And while Arjuna was able to get the to withdraw the astra, Ashwatthama couldn't, and he directed it towards the fetus of Uttarahu's Abhimanyu's wife's baby. And again, that's a very Rahu thing, the way he reacted, and quite deceitful, and to do this to the unborn baby. So these are all the negative ways of Rahu. Um, now, now even the place in the Prastha is said to be built by Maya Sura, and it is supposed to have many illusions. Even if you read Mahabharata, you will see that it was built in such a way that um, land, solid land would appear like flowing water, and flowing water was made to appear like land, and people would get so confused. There's this famous incident of Duryodhana being getting confused and being insulted by Draupadi, for which she had to dearly pay. And they say that as soon as Indraprastha was lost in the game of dice, it just disappeared. Woof. And again, that is again a Rahu quality. That's again a Maya quality. So I hope you have a better understanding of Rahu and Malka and Ma Kalratri. Thank you very much.